Okay, hi. I know my last few makeup videos have felt very rushed, but today is no exception. I literally have 5 minutes. So I'm gonna do a 5-minute phase with you in real time and we'll see what happens. I am going to start with my Olive Rose, and this is a skin serum that has a slight tint. So you can build up the coverage on it. You can't build it up to full coverage, but you can build up slightly. But for the most part, think of it as essentially like putting a filter on your skin, and it's going to give you this really, really glowy, beautiful, slight tint. So you can just see it almost airbrushes and glows your skin up. And so after this live, I need to drive. My girls are in a performance, and so I'm going to go watch them in their performance, and so I need to drive right after this live, and then while I'm waiting for it to start, I will post for you all of the links and information that you need for if you want to get color matched or yeah, try it out. So I'll post all of that for you in the comments after. I'm going to grab a little bit of the darker one. My face is is darker than my neck because I have no sunless tanner on and I am already in the winter where I live. So it's very dark, very cold already. And so I just throw some of this darker color right here on my neck to balance it out and to give me some of those skincare benefits on my neck, as well as create a little bit more balance with my face. So I've been doing a little bit of a darker color on my neck there. All right, so next I'm going to jump into my Saint palette, and I just have these basic 4 colors here. I'm going to grab my main coverage highlight and just put a little extra coverage on my cheeks and my nose here. And then a little bit right here too. I do have an owie. I accidentally scraped myself pretty bad right here. So I'm going to cover it a little bit, just right there. And then I am going to grab my lighter highlight color and add a touch of brightening right to the top of my cheekbones. And when I'm doing a 5-minute face, I kind of just slap the product on and I let it sit on my face and warm up a touch. And then at the end, I'll go through and make sure just everything is blended out. But I usually just kind of slap it on and move on. So I'm flipping this brush around. This is the Pilot brush. And I'm gonna grab just a little bit of my brightening highlight and then some of my darkening, or some of my darker highlight that has coverage in it, just to grab a little bit of that darker under eye area. And then I'm also going to put a tiny bit of that highlight on my eyelids just to neutralize them out. So I said that my next live video would be a hair live, but I've been working really hard this week on getting like discount codes and some stuff like that. So if you're wanting to try anything that I've tried, then I'll at least be able to give you like a discount on them. And so I've been working really hard on that. So I will do my hair live, like hair growth live, as soon as I have all of like those ducks in a row. But just so you know, I haven't forgotten about it. I did put off my live this week thinking I could maybe still get it in because that's what I promised, but it's now Friday. So it's looking like it'll hopefully be by next week. I'm waiting on one like last little component of it. So this is still my Saint, and it's an Astoria contour right here. And I'm going to throw this on my forehead as well. And just give me a little bit of deeper dimension. And so now, like I said, I kind of just come in and make sure all of that is fully blended out and there's no like weird, like look at that Olive Rose like base, gives you this like insane glow. It's seriously so pretty. And then of course the Saint cream always goes on so beautifully. There we go. I am going to come in and set with a powder just because I'm going kind of quicker, and so sometimes I have excess product that will crease or build up. And so I'm going to come in and set a little bit here, and then I have a couple like little blemishes starting on my chin, so I just like avoided it as much as possible with the other products, but I am going to put some setting powder on just to kind of calm those down. And then right through my T-zone and across my eyelids. All right, we got like 2 minutes left of this look. It's probably gonna be like a 6-minute look instead. But okay, there we go. So set, and now I'm going to break out my Saint pencils. So this one is brownie. They do kind of fall out, so heads up on that. Just put them back in. There, that heart is kind of a flaw for sure, but it's not stopping me from using them daily. I feel like they're the fastest way to get some details on. And so I line my lips with them, just like that. And then I'm going to contour my nose with them as well. And just use my finger to blend that out. Same with this side here, and a little across the base. And then I'm also going to just put them all around my eyelid. And like the craziest thing you've ever seen, but it's so fast and it blends really, really easily. And so I literally think this is like the fastest way I do my eyes these days. And it does tend to be kind of like a go-to for me. So I'm grabbing this giant brush and starting with the bottom. And then I'm just going to follow the line of it around the top. Just soften that all out. Literally so foolproof, like the easiest little kind of smoky, but it's like a soft natural smokiness. Okay, I'm not seeing any comments. Not very uncommon for my Facebook to not show me comments, but if in case you are commenting, I promise I'm not ignoring you. I will read them when I come back to post the links and all of the things in the comments too. I'll make sure that all of the comments are answered if you have questions or anything like that. Okay, so second to last, we're going to throw a little bit of mascara on. This is the Olive Rose mascara I've been testing out, and every single time I use it, I like it more, which I feel like is great news, because when you first start using a mascara, it's just impossible to know. But what I like about it is it's still very, very soft and natural looking, but it's getting easier to build up. And so it doesn't ever grab your lashes. Like some mascaras feel like they're like really pulling on your lashes. This one does not. It feels very like soft and pillowy. And so I really liked that. And you can easily do one side and then the other side, and then by that time you can do your second coat on the first eye, and it's like the perfect amount. So that is one thing too that I've noticed, is just kind of like throw one coat on, move eyes, throw another coat on, move eyes. Oh, hi Kelly. You've been loving your pencils lately. Thanks for all the tutorials with, oh yay, I'm so glad you've been loving them. And I'm trying to give you lots of versatile ways. Just a reminder, all the live videos do expire out after 30 days. And so I am working on putting them on my YouTube. So there are some lives on my YouTube channel now from Facebook. And so there probably will be, like most of my lives will end up as a replay on Facebook for you, or on YouTube. My Facebook lives will end up as a replay on YouTube for you, for the most part, but Anyway, so I've been trying to make them more often just because I know that they'll expire out. And then anytime that I create something in like my stories, so I did a big tutorial in my stories yesterday, and I just took that footage and posted it right to my Facebook feed. So you guys have some of those things more permanently located as well, because those won't delete after 30 days. So hopefully that helps and gives more ideas of how to use them and what shades and stuff. So, okay, that's as much as I have time for. And of course I got this up here. We have cheeks and lips, and then we're done. So more like a 7-minute look. If I wouldn't have spent so much time on my lashes. This is Blackberry. It's the PH lip and cheek that Saint came out with, and I'm kind of like deeply obsessing over it lately. I have actually had it for a really long time, and I kind of just like forgot about it. And then when they launched it, I was like, oh yeah. And then again, I kind of like just put it to the side because there's so many pencils and fun things to play with. And so I've been playing with those, but I threw it in this little palette, and I feel like it's like the perfect winter shade. So it changes based on everyone's individual pH. So it'll be a little slightly different color on everyone. So that's the Blackberry. Ta-da! Final look. Okay, I'll be back in the comments. If you have any questions or comments or whatever, throw them in there and I will answer as soon as I have a chance to a little later. And I will see you soon for another live. Bye!